So everybody, welcome to another episode of Life with Zach. Today, Chief and I are going to talk about the Fairview Park in Woodstock, Virginia. Now, the Fairview Park is located on the northwest corner of the town, and sometimes it's more commonly known as the Wetzel Farm because this was a farm owned by the Wetzel family historically and then eventually donated to the town of Woodstock to become a park. Now, Chief and I come over here quite a bit to go for walks. It's a really nice, kind of open and almost undeveloped area in the park system here in Woodstock, and I wanted to share a few of the things that we find enjoyable about it. So the first thing is the amenities that the park has to offer. Okay, so we're actually kind of halfway through the park. Right now, this road kind of bisects it. But if you go back here to where those piles of dirt are in the background is the first amenity I want to talk about, and that's the cross-country track that's here at the Fairview Park. The cross-country track basically circles the outer perimeter of the park, so it kind of follows that tree line, go over here, that tree line in behind the corn, and just keeps on going. I don't know the exact distance of one lap around the cross-country track, but I'll say that it is a really good walk. It's over a mile. Chief and I come and do it when we have time. Today we kind of had to cut our visit short, so we're taking the shortcut, which is down this road to get out of here. But they do have regular cross-country meets here. That course is really nicely designed. It's flat. All the rocks and stuff are well marked. So if you like to run outdoors, if you like to walk outdoors, that's a really good place to come. And actually, it's never too busy. So even compared to like the state park and things and some of our other hiking trails, it's another place, really good place to come walk where there aren't any people, especially if you've got a dog like Chief who gets anxious around people. It is a nice place to come visit. It also is, I'll say, very rustic, for lack of a better word, because the entire trail basically inside and outside the fence goes through farmland. So here you can see they're growing corn, and surrounding this is other farms where they're growing, or they have cattle and other types of livestock. So it's a really good place to see some of our county's local beauty, and have really good views of the mountains. The bad thing is on the other side bordering us here is Interstate 81, but that's just something you kind of have to live with. But you have some pretty good views with like the water tower and other things here. The second thing that this park has to offer is the Fairview Dog Park. Now, the Fairview Dog Park is actually straight ahead from where we're standing, maybe like half to a quarter of a mile. But the Fairview Dog Park is the town's really only dog park. It has two sides to it. One is for larger dogs, one for smaller dogs. There's various things for dogs to play on, some ramps and tunnels and stuff like that. There's also a little shelter for the people that bring their dogs to sit under. They have bags to clean up dogs' messes, trash cans. There's a watering fountain there for humans and for dogs. So it's a really nice spot to bring your dog to, let him roam. We don't bring Chief because his trainer says that actually could make his anxiety worse because he doesn't have a routine to follow while he's in there. And there's other dogs and stuff that can interact with him. But I know a lot of people do. There's actually a Facebook group for people to bring their dogs over here. So it is actually a pretty enjoyable dog park, and the town does a really good job of maintaining it. The third thing that is here is a series of soccer fields. These soccer fields are used by our Parks and Rec, our soccer league here in the county, by various other people that come to play soccer. They're relatively nice fields. I mean, there's not like bleachers and all kinds of other stuff, a large number of those, but it is a couple nice little soccer fields to play on if you want to play that sport or participate in a league or something. It's really nice. There's a couple other things over here. There's the Wetzel Farm house, which of course is not open, but you can see from the outside. There's a big red barn, just kind of a stereotypical farm area. And maybe when we get back around there, I'll do a short clip just to show you what a couple of those things look like from where we were standing. I wanted to capture this while we weren't around other people. The only bad thing about this park is there's no restroom facilities, and even the trash facilities are limited to those cans there at the dog park. So just keep that in mind if you need to come over here. There really aren't any other facilities except for like to walk and stuff on. So there's no shelters to eat at or to do other things as a family. But this is a pretty nice area, especially just considering if you're looking for a walking trail and if you're looking for the dog park. I would definitely recommend coming over here to the Fairview Park in the town of Woodstock. So we'll try to catch you on clip 2 when I shoot some scenery around the dog park and stuff, so you can see what that looks like, those soccer fields, and the Wetzel farmhouse and barn. See you in a couple minutes. Alright, so welcome to the second half of this video about the Fairview Park here in Woodstock, Virginia. We are back towards the front entrance of the park. In fact, the road is right behind us, and there is the entrance where you come in up around. So you'll see some of the things I talked about. Number 1, the barn. Number 2, the old house. This is the soccer field here. It's a rather big area, so a lot of times there'll be teams up here, multiple teams waiting to go through several different games. People kind of camped out with their chairs and all that other stuff. So it is not a bad soccer park, but again, no bleachers, no anything like that. And again, no restrooms or anything. And then behind it is the dog park, which the town is understandably proud of. The dog park here in the background, you can see the shelter. It is actually a double-sided shelter. There's a fence between the two sides. One side is for the small dogs, one side for the large dogs. Both of them have really the same amenities in terms of obstructions and obstacles and stuff for the dogs to play on. But there in the middle, there's places for people to sit to bring their dogs. There's the water fountain. There's a double gate, so you don't have to worry about your dog getting out when someone has the gate open. It really is a nice dog park, and they did a really good job. I've never known of any dogs getting out or anything happening up here. So I think they do a really good job with that, and people use it on a regular basis. Over here, you can actually see the sign marking the beginning of the cross-country trail. It shows where it goes, the distance, and all those other things. And then behind us is just corn, which behind that is the trail and where we just were. And again, back around to the barn. So if you want to check out just a great walking place in the town of Woodstock, the Fairview Dog Park, you want to come play some soccer, just hang out in kind of a isolated area that you can have a good time at just by relaxing, the Fairview Park is a great place for you. If you want to learn more about areas here in the Shenandoah Valley, other things that I review from lawn care all the way up to automobiles and vehicles, be sure to like this video, subscribe, leave me any comments or questions you have. I love to hear from people, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one.